Hi, I'm Kathy.
And I'm Kathy.
And this is
the
Casey
Cafe
Radio
Radio Podcast. Hey.
Hey, welcome back. This week we're going to be talking about politically incorrect songs, or songs that were written a long time ago.
Not necessarily all very long time ago, but
A while ago.
Some of them are. So don't get mad at us for these lyrics or for what is said in these songs. Or you might not even agree that these are politically incorrect songs. I think sometimes you have to look at what the intent of the song is and what, sort of what the narrator of the song is saying.
Yeah.
And kind of take it with that. But I think there's some definite songs that really need to be addressed here.
Yeah.
And I think the first one we're going to talk about is one that was done by the Crystals.
Yes.
Back in 1962. And this song was written by, believe it or not, Carole King and Jerry Goffin.
And produced by Phil Spector.
And produced by Phil Spector. That part of it makes sense, okay? But the Jerry Goffin and Carole King part don't make a lot of sense to me. But I'm sure Carole King wrote the music and Jerry Goffin did the lyrics. But why don't you tell the people about this song by the Crystals?
Yeah.
It was called He Hit Me.
And so the Crystals, if you don't know, was a four ensemble.
It was a girl group.
A girl group. So here's some of the lyrics to this song. This is the first verse. He hit me and it felt like a kiss. He hit me, but it didn't hurt me. He couldn't stand to hear me say that I'd been with someone new, and when I told him I had been untrue. And then it goes on from there, and then he goes, if he didn't care for me, he hit me, and I knew he loved me.
Yeah.
If he didn't care for me, I could have never made him mad. If he didn't care for me, I wouldn't have made him mad. But he hit me, and I was glad. No.
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 It's just so wrong in so many ways.
So, and then it goes into he hit me and it felt like a kiss. So, and then he took me in his arms, and all the tenderness there is. And when he kissed me, he made me his.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, this is not love. This is
not
abuse.
Love. This is abuse. You're right.
This is abuse.
Yeah.
It's physical and mental abuse.
So this is what women were hearing in 1962.
And it was a popular song, wasn't it?
I have no idea. I wasn't born yet, so.
I wasn't either.
But you got to look at back at the time in '62. Most women couldn't have a credit card or even have their own bank accounts.
No.
I know, and if women got mail, it was made out to Miss whoever of the man's name and then their last name. The jobs most women had were teachers or nurses and maybe secretary.
Women were subservient.
Right.
They were told to shut up and get in the kitchen and make some food.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Or make babies.
It's of the time, but we've come a long way, baby.
Yes.
So, thank God.
Yes.
Even though we still need an Equal Rights Amendment. But
yes,
that's
we
another
do.
thing altogether.
That's another story.
All right. So what's another one that was sort of a woman abusive? The Beatles were not. They were not immune from this.
They're not immune from this.
There's two songs of the Beatles that come to my mind. I thought of these right away. Run for Your Life, which the lyrics go, I'd rather see you dead, little girl, than to see you with another man. You better run for your life if you can, little girl. Hide your head in the sand, little girl. Catch you with another man, and that's the end. Little girl.
Yeah.
So
that's like no joke. Like stalker, obsessed, narcissistic, abuser. Right there.
And then another one by the Beatles, which was on Sgt. Pepper. It's getting better all the time. I used to be cruel to my woman. I beat her and kept her apart from the things that she loved. Man, I was mean. I was changing mine, but I'm changing my scene. Now I'm doing the best that I can.
Yeah.
I was abusive before, but I'm doing better.
I'm doing better now.
Yeah. So it's okay.
I'm better
it's okay.
now.
It's okay.
I'm better now.
It's okay.
No.
I'm better now.
No. Some other songs that when I was going back and thinking, when you're a young kid and you're just singing along, actually what they do is they get you with the catchy musical hook.
Right, the hook.
The
Yeah.
hook, the music hook, and then you just don't even realize what you're singing until later on when you actually read the lyrics, and you're
Right.
like, "This is not cool." I
Talk
was,
about hot-blooded.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I was in the car the other day. Actually, I have a 70s rock playlist that I like to play, and Hot Blooded came on. I used to love that song
Me too.
by Foreigner, and I'm sure many a high school dance was
Oh
played.
yeah, I know it was played at my
It was
house.
played at my high school dance. But it talks about, hey girl, are you old enough?
Are you going to be ready to call my bluff?
Are you going to be ready when I call your bluff?
Right.
Shall I leave you my key? And are you going to do something more than dance? Like, you sure look hot blooded to me, Mama.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's really a song about
it's
a
probably
groupie,
yeah.
underage groupie,
Yeah.
and taking her back to your room and having sex with her.
Yeah, like
So-
yeah, I'm sure she's like dancing around like nobody's business, and showing her stuff, and he's like, "Hey, you gonna put out?"
Right. Yeah. And then I thought we'd talk about another. There's tons of songs like that.
Yeah.
Okay. There's tons of songs
From the
that-
70s like that.
or even the 60s, 70s, 80s, even
Yeah.
the 90s, that are kind of abusive or sexually inappropriate
Well,
for
another
women.
one like that is Rod Stewart's "Tonight's the Night."
Yeah, Tonight's the Night.
I remember that was featured in a movie, and it was about a girl losing her virginity. They were getting together so she could lose her virginity.
Of course, Sweet Little 16. Yeah, there's all kinds of them like that. What was the Ringo Starr's "You're 16, You're
Oh.
Beautiful, You're Mine"? That one.
Yeah.
I think that was a remake anyway. But all those, about underage, having sex with underage girls.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's one category we thought about in politically incorrect. Another category is, how especially the last, 10 years or so, the South has really been vilified for its history.
Yeah.
But, a lot of these songs were written as proud songs about the South. And one of them I was thinking about was Charlie Daniels Band, "The South's Gonna Do It Again." The lyric is, "Get loud and proud, be proud you're a rebel, 'cause the South's gonna do it again." And today that's not gonna be something that really flies.
No.
And then one that my husband and I were kind of talking about that is really a great song, it's a great story song, is a song called "The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down." And it's got the word Dixie in it, for one thing, which everybody says is wrong to say nowadays.
Yeah.
So, no more Dolly Parton's Dixie Stampede. It's now called the Stampede.
Oh, really?
No more Dixie Chicks. They're now the Chicks.
They're just the Chicks.
Lady
yeah.
Antebellum is no longer Lady Antebellum. They're Lady A.
Oh, Lady A.
Yeah. So, a lot of these Southern names and terms have been kind of taken out of our
Vilified.
vocabulary.
Yeah.
But in "The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down," it talks about Robert E. Lee in it, and it also talks about like my brother above me who took a rebel stand. It talks about rebels and being in the South and
Going against the...
yeah. But it's really, if you really listen to the song "In the Night They Drove Old Dixie Down," it's an anti-war song, and it's a beautiful song. It was written by the members of the band, Bob Dylan's group.
Oh, yeah?
And then, of course, Joan Baez had a big hit with it in the early 70s.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's a great song.
It can't be
Even
bad
though-
if Joan Baez sang it.
Yeah. But anyway, it's on the surface it looks like it's a pro-Southern song, but it's really an anti-war song. So that's a song I think that really needs to be revisited and rethought about. Was there any other ones that you were thinking about? Oh, some of the Rolling Stones had quite a few ones.
Oh, yeah.
Like "Brown Sugar."
Brown Sugar.
Of course, "Brown Sugar" has the lyric. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh, how come you taste so good, just like a black girl should? That's probably not so politically correct today.
No, Brown Sugar. Mm-mm. Some of the songs that I remember too, like, remember jukeboxes?
Yeah.
Remember? Remember how there used to be jukeboxes at the bowling alley? Like a friend of mine, we were on like a bowling team in high school, or yeah, it had to be. No, it was junior high, when it was cool to go to the bowling alley.
It's still cool to go to the bowling alley.
Is it still cool to go?
I think so.
Okay, good. Well, anyway, so
I go there.
we would go throw our coins in the jukebox and we'd play all of our favorite songs. And one of them was by Eric Clapton. It was very popular, called "Cocaine."
Oh yeah. She
I'm
don't
like,
lie.
I'm like, you know, I'm sure that this made Nancy Reagan's eyes like bulge out of her head. This song right here, you know, just say no
Right.
to drugs. But Eric Clapton's basically saying, hey, it's cool to do cocaine.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, but I think it's also taking within the context of what I think he was actually saying in the song. I think it's actually an anti-drug song, but I think looking at the lyrics, you know, you on the surface it looks like it's a
Well,
pro-cocaine song.
it says if you got bad news, you want to kick them blues, cocaine.
Right.
Like if you're
But-
feeling down.
Yeah.
Come
I don't know.
around.
I you know, somebody who really gets into lyrics, I kind of look at it as
Yeah.
in another angle. But
Well,
anyway.
well, I think the intent was to kind of show you that, you know, cocaine's not the answer to,
Right,
to
exactly.
escaping
Right.
your
I think that's
problems.
what he's actually saying.
That's what he's saying, but
But
that's not what he's saying.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong.
He could have been saying cocaine
He was a cocaine addict.
He
so-
was, and maybe this is just what came out of his when he revisited
Yeah, but
his cocaine
we're also
days.
let's talk a little bit about cultural appropriation a little bit. There was
Oh,
a great
yeah.
song in the 1980s that I loved a lot by the Vapors
Oh
called
yeah, turning
They're
Japanese. I'm
which
turning
is,
Japanese.
I think I'm really Japanese.
Yes,
I really think so.
And then they didn't say think, they said think so.
Did they? Yeah,
I
you're
really
probably right.
think so.
So that one is probably very politically
No.
incorrect today.
Well,
as
and
well.
then Elton John had that song
Island
Island
Girl.
Girl,
Yeah, which
As-
which about a Jamaican girl.
a
and-
Jamaican prostitute.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
another one that's not so politically correct. But I mean, I still
Well-
hear that one on the radio. I actually have heard Turning Japanese on the 80s station not too long ago.
Oh
so.
yeah. Well, I mean, it was an iconic song in
They're,
the
they're great
80s.
songs. They just I don't know.
And then also Genesis had
Oh, yeah,
had
Illegal Alien.
it's no fun being an illegal alien.
Yeah.
And it's about the struggle that the Mexican people were having coming to get across the border to live in America, and how they were doing it, trying to
Yeah.
do it illegally.
If you listen to the song today, though, he actually kind of uses a bit of an accent in it,
Oh yeah.
and so that kind of part of it is, I think, kind of wrong.
I think he just threw
But-
it over the edge there.
Yeah,
Of inappropriateness.
Yeah.
Some other songs, they're like My Sharona by the Kinks.
Yeah, it's
Or
very
not the
sexual.
Kinks, the Knack. I'm
Knack,
sorry.
yeah.
I am so sorry. It's by the Knack. Not by the Kinks, the Knack. But My Sharona was another song that we would play on the jukebox.
I love that freaking song.
My Sharona. Some of the lyrics, it's like, never gonna stop, give it up, such a dirty mind, always gonna get up for the touch of a younger kind. This is like a
Bye,
dude
bye,
going
bye.
after young girls. This girl's probably like 13
Yeah.
or 14.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's a lot of rock and roll songs like
Never
that.
gonna stop, give it up, such a dirty mind. Let's see.
Always get it up for the younger kind. Bye, yeah. That's the lyric.
This is like a pedophile.
yeah.
This is
I
a
always
guy,
get it up for the
younger kind. Yeah. I wonder if they knew Jeffrey Epstein. This is Jeffrey Epstein's anthem song.
I think so. Yeah.
Anyway, so another one that there was a couple songs here that I was pointing out. Aerosmith had a song, "Dude Looks Like a Lady,"
Yeah.
and it's about a guy who's been ogling this dancer all night, and it's a
guy in drag.
A guy in drag. And also the Kinks did one called Lola.
Well, yeah, that one was like one of the first ones. And then Walk on the Wild Side by Lou Reed. That's
Oh yeah,
another
Walk
one.
on the Wild Side. That's another one.
Yeah.
There was a lot of songs like that
Mm-hmm.
in that time period. Another one that is completely I don't like, but I like the music.
The hook.
The hook. Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines. Like that song has all kinds of weird stuff going on in it. It's like talking about furries. Do you know what a furry is?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah, we don't
We
want to
don't
talk
need to
about
explain
that.
it.
Nope. Google it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that one is all kinds of wrong. And then let's see, there was another one I had on here. The
Wasn't there one for that Taylor Swift did that?
oh yeah, Taylor Swift has a lyric that says, "Go ahead and tell people I'm crazy and obsessed, and I'll just tell them that you're gay."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Yeah.
That's not cool, Taylor. But that was back in 2008, so that was before she knew better.
Right.
She was
She
probably
was young in
how old was she in like 2008? Like
15 probably.
15
Yeah.
or 16 or 17. She was young. And I'm trying to think what other songs that we had picked out that were inappropriate. But there are just so many songs out there that when you go back, Nirvana. Nirvana had a song called Rape Me, which, Nirvana, Rape Me lyrics. It says, rape me, my friend, rape me again. If not the only one, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. Hate me, do it again. Basically, Kurt Cobain was a tortured soul.
He was a tortured soul, yeah.
And so this is I don't think he was saying, I think
he's talking about the music business, I think is what he's talking about in it. But
my favorite inside source.
Once again, you have to take it into context of what, was actually being said.
He's not literally saying rape me. He's saying, basically, like you said, he's talking about the music industry and how they were taking his songs and
or maybe just showbiz in
general, and changing things around that he didn't agree with. So, and I'm trying to think if there's other songs that I know that there are other songs. I think I talked about this one, Rod
Tonight's
Stewart.
the Night. I think you touched on it.
Yeah, I touched on that one.
But yeah, there's tons of them out there. So if you have other ones that you've thought about that we didn't touch, let us know. And but like I said, I don't think all of these songs are really bad. I just think that time has changed them.
Yeah.
And
well, when you know better, you do better.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's just like that Christmas song, "Baby It's Cold Outside."
Right. I still love that song. I still love that song.
I do too. "Baby It's Cold Outside." It's not one of my favorite Christmas songs, but and actually, there's a lot of like Dean Martin songs, and
there's
from
a
the
lot
late
of old
60s.
songs that kind of are very misogynistic.
That don't shine a bright.
Yeah, as a feminist, I have a problem with a lot of these misogynistic kind of songs. But
there was a lot of songs about women who you should just not
subservience.
Yeah, you need to just shut up and stop having an opinion and
right. Just do what I say.
Just do what I say.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, all right.
So that's our episode.
No more bashing on men.
No. I love my husband. I love my
husband too. But anyway, if you have other songs that you want to include or you think we should include on this list, please let us know. Put them in the comments, and we will talk to you next week. And we still don't know what we're talking about next week, do we?
We never know until we sit and we talk for a few minutes about what we want to talk about.
No, we'll figure it out.
But yeah, I'm Kathy.
And I'm Kathy.
And this is the KC Cafe Radio Podcast. Thanks for listening and watching.
Thanks. Bye-bye.